Through what source may I gain a greater understanding? Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, of good report. If there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Let virtue and understanding be in thee. For my defense is in thee, O Lord, my Redeemer. For thou hearest the prayer of the upright in heart. Through what source may I gain a greater understanding? Through prayer and meditation in him, for he is the way, he is the understanding. The approach to all understanding must come from the proper concept of the relationships of conditions in the physical, the mental, and the spiritual phases of an individual's existence. In him, then, is understanding. The approach to the Father through him. Is there a message for me regarding virtue and understanding? The requisites for the closer relationships to faith, to knowledge, to self, to cooperation, to the knowing of self, to that of thine ideal, measure these by the spiritual aspects. And there will come the more perfect understanding. Get the understanding through the closer approach to the throne, for he that has understanding may move mountains. Virtue is pureness of heart, pureness of soul, and pureness of mind. Understanding is the power to experience and interpret the laws that govern the expression of creative force, or God, in and through the physical, mental, and spiritual bodies. Without that pureness of the virtue of self's own mental, material, and spiritual self, there can come little understanding. Virtue and understanding are the attributes that make for the relationships with the creative forces. Virtue and understanding deals primarily with self and self's relationship to the creative forces, or God. Virtue and understanding in self is reflected in self, rather than a judgment upon another. Judge self by thine understanding and thine own virtue. The door is open. The virtue and understanding finds activity. The faith is renewed day by day. Who has learned to be truly cooperative one with another? Who has discerned self-sufficient to know wherein self stands as in relationship with its fellow man? Who has set the ideal wholly in him? Who magnifies the faith in the Father, in the Son, that it may be counted to them for righteousness? Who hath virtue and understanding, that they may magnify in their lives that fellowship which brings patience in the knowing of self to be growing in grace, in nurture and admonition of the Lord day by day? He then, it is that opens the door that he may come in and sup with him.